Yeah, completely different view for this podcast. If you're listening, behind me is my pool, and the reason for that is because my mother-in-law's in town, and when people are home with us, I get kicked out of my studio, and so I have to do it outside on my laptop. So this is a completely new setup, new situation, new everything. And honestly, I don't even know. I'm on my laptop, not my computer. So I don't even get to do like the intro. I just have to, everything's just completely raw. Like I just have to keep going. Um, and every once in a while, I think I'm going to have to stop my dog. I'm going to have to yell for my dog because I don't know what he's doing because I'm home alone. Um, but I can't do it. I can't be in my studio because my mother in law's in there. So this is completely different. I'm thrown off completely. Everything's completely different today. But I'm by my pool. I got my beer and I got my dog. That's all I need. I think so. Anyway, let's just hop into it. College basketball. Let's start off. Um, Duke, North Carolina. I think you have to start off with Duke, North Carolina. At the beginning of the Duke, North Carolina game, Duke was an 11-point favorite, and I sat there and I thought to myself, "Here comes my dog, Frankie. Come here, buddy. We're gonna be all over the place this podcast. Come on, buddy. There we go. All right." Duke, North Carolina, minus 11. I had Duke winning that game because I thought to myself, and I'm sure everybody thought to themselves, how the heck is Duke going to lose the last game, Coach K, at home? How's that even? I can't even imagine. Holy crap. They not only lost, they got boat raced. They got killed by North Carolina. North Carolina is just a bubble team. I mean, they're not even that good. And they got boat raced. North Carolina dominated that whole entire game. I mean, it wasn't even close at the second half. Going into the second half, I thought to myself, "Oh, Duke will turn it on. I've got a Duke. I got a Duke future to win the national championship." I thought to myself, heck, what the heck? I'm not even worried. I'm not even worried. They've got the best player in the NBA, the best player going into the draft. I think Banchero is the best player going into the draft. Maybe him and Ivy. And I thought, they'll beat him. They'll kill him. They looked terrible. They looked like they didn't even want to be there in that second half. Granted, my mother-in-law's in town, so I didn't see a lot of the second half. But they looked they looked bad, and to have the ceremony go completely as if they won the game is hilarious. I mean, it's just so funny, and to watch the Duke fans crying and crying and crying, and to watch all of those great Duke players be there, like JJ Dukey and all those guys. That just made it kind of funny. I was rooting for Duke. I'm a Duke guy. I hate North Carolina, but my goodness gracious, so is that funny? Everything's throwing me off. I'm gonna be honest with you. Having my pool behind me, having my dog running around, everything's throwing me off. But having Duke lose that game, back to the point. Having Duke lose that game, hilarious. You can't argue with that. That's as funny as it gets. Say hi to Frankie. For everybody watching on YouTube, say hi to Frankie. Frankie, say hi. All right. But let's talk about something that everybody wants to talk about, the Big Ten. I'm recording this a little early because my mother-in-law and wife are out, so I'm trying to record this quickly while they're out, and I'll probably edit it later tonight, try to put some clips on Twitter. How about my alma mater, Nebraska? Coming in clutch for the University of Illinois, making it possible. And I'm going to just say this right now. The Illinois game is going to happen in like 30 minutes. How about Illinois tying the Big Ten? After losing the best player in the Big Ten, Ayo Dosunmu, last year. And then they come back just to tie the Big Ten and get a share of the Big Ten title. How crazy is that? How about Wisconsin losing to Nebraska, the hottest team going in? Nebraska's the hottest team going into March. And honestly, I have a friend, Mitch, who bought a ticket for Nebraska at plus 2,500. It was 2020. It was 25,000 plus 25,000 were his odds. He bought him to win the Big Ten championship, and honestly, not that bad. Nebraska's the hottest team going into the Big Ten championship. But look, the Big Ten is crazy. There's a part of me that is a Big Ten guy. My dog's going crazy. You good? There's a part of me that's a Big Ten guy that sits around and goes, hey, you know what? Why not? Why not the Big Ten? Wisconsin, Purdue, Illinois are all fantastic. Ohio State is a strong, strong team. Michigan State has shown that obviously, whenever I don't pay attention to Michigan State, they're one of the best teams in the country. Michigan's is hotter than heck. Why can't a Big Ten team win a national championship? It's crazy. It's crazy how good this conference is. Top to bottom. I'm worried about my damn dog. He's running around. He's freaking me out. But how about Nebraska? The best team in the Big Ten going into the Big Ten tournament. They're obviously not going to win the Big Ten tournament. But my goodness, there's 4 or 5 teams that could still win it, because there's a part of me that sits there and watches Rutgers against Penn State and thinks, man, they're bad. But then they go to Indiana and they beat Indiana. Why can't they win? This is why this upcoming week is one of my favorite weeks in sports, is because there's so much crap that's happening. The ASUN, they're about to have a team to win the conference championship that can't even qualify for the tournament because they're too new to the NCAA. So if the team that loses, it's crazy. This is the best week in sports because there's so much crap that happens that leads into the best month of sports. And I'm not saying that because it's my birthday month, which happens in March 13th, next Sunday, 1 week from now. Not telling you to get me a present, but I'm just warning you that next week is my birthday. So, maybe send me something. But look, the Big Ten is the best conference because of so many reasons. There's so much parity and there's so much that can happen. Nebraska has stunk all year long, and all of a sudden they get hot and they go to Ohio State and win, and they go to Wisconsin and win. There's a part of you that sits there and goes, well, that's why the Big Ten hasn't won a national championship in so long. But there's another part that makes it so much fun all year long. Anybody can win the Big Ten all the time. But no, I don't think a Big Ten team's going to win the national championship this year. I love Wisconsin. I love Purdue. And I obviously love Illinois. But I don't think they can win the national championship. If we're looking at the Final Four today, like I always do, here are the Final Four teams. I think that I've talked about these 3 teams all year long. Gonzaga, Arizona, and Duke. They are the teams to beat, in my opinion. Okay, Gonzaga is obviously a team to beat. Arizona, if you're staying up late enough, Arizona is a team to beat. They fly around the court. They play great defense, and their offense is even better than their defense. I still believe in Duke. I believe that Duke's loss to North Carolina is only going to motivate them more. And honestly, that 4th team could be anybody. But if we're going to do today, I'm going to do Villanova. I love Villanova. I think Jay Wright's got a good team. I think Gillespie's healthy. I think they can rebound well enough. I don't think they can win the national championship, but do I think they can make a Final Four? Yes. What's up, Frankie? I don't know if you can hear my dog running on the podcast. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's running around. It's driving me crazy. All right. This is a crazy podcast. This is all over the place. Shout out to my mother-in-law staying in my office, so I can't do it in my office. But, hey, you know what? We make it work. We make it work for the people. That's what's important. But you know what's even more important for the people? European Minute. And that starts in 2, 1, now. European Minute. I watched the Manchester Derby today. Man City just boat raced Manchester United, making it completely obvious that it's going to be Man City winning the Premier League, Liverpool finishing second, Chelsea finishing in a comfortable third, and in between Arsenal and Man U for 4th. But I think Arsenal kind of pulled away today. They have got the games in advance. They've got more games in hand than Manchester United. I got Arsenal finished 4th. But here's what makes the English Premier League so interesting, in my opinion, is unlike in America, they not only are not fighting for first, they're fighting for 4th, and they're fighting not to be in the bottom 3. There's teams like Burnley, who I'm rooting for, who I love Burnley, and I'm rooting for them not to freaking tie Chelsea. That's what makes the English Premier League so great. Also, last thing, Chelsea. I'm a huge Chelsea fan, obviously. I'm glad that Roman Abramovich is selling his club. But it's just a little nerve-wracking. I don't know where he's going to sell. I'm watching everything. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, but I believe in the future of Chelsea. And that has been your European Minute. With F1 coming. F1's coming next week. Well, the Survive to Drive. Hey, don't eat that. Thank you. He's about to eat a feather. What am I supposed to do? I'm a bad dog dad. I'm not a good dog dad. But Drive to Survive is coming. I know I went past my European Minute, but my dog distracted me. All right, going on to baseball. My favorite topic. I love baseball. MLB still hasn't struck a deal yet. I've ranted and I raved, but I think the gist of what I say. Hey, don't do that. Dumb dog, ruining the podcast. I guess the gist of what I want to say about the MLB is, it just sucks that they don't really want to go out there. They don't want to go out and try. If they really wanted to get the season started, players and owners both, I feel as though they would be meeting every single day like they did the night that they were at it till 3 a.m. I feel as though if they really wanted to get the season going, they would have done that. But I think it was all just show. They don't really care about starting the game. They don't care about the game. They don't care about you and me. They care about the dollar, and they care about the dollars. I think at the end of the day, that's why we're all so upset, is because we kind of get this. We kind of just feel as though our innocence is lacking. It's not there anymore. That's what's sad about it. We sat there and watched baseball season after baseball season, thinking to ourselves, they care about us. They care about the game as much as we do. I think the thing that we're all upset about, and my dad called me, he's going to be here in a couple weeks to do a podcast with me. I think the thing that, and he said it best, the thing that really hurts the most is that we all realize that none of these guys care. They don't care about the common man. They don't care about watching. They don't care about us watching. I think that's what hurts the most. It makes me sad. It makes me really sad. But you know what I've done? Is I've gotten into college baseball. At least we have baseball, right? And honestly, it's a lot of fun. Crazy. It's crazy. And there's errors and errors and errors, which makes it interesting. I just thought to myself, a little diatribe, that this is the first time my neighbors probably found out that I have a podcast, and they're going to try to find me, and they're going to say, oh my gosh, this kid is a loser. He's like 5 listeners. Like, what a loser. Anyway, back to my point. This weekend, LSU versus Texas, the Shriners Classic down there in Houston, it just gave us a little hint. It just gave us, hey, you guys remember? Remember when we used to have baseball? Remember how great that was? Texas is obviously the best team in the country. They can pitch, they can hit, they play defense really well. They're the best team in the country, and they're going to make it to Omaha. They proved it this week after beating Alabama, after beating LSU, after beating Tennessee. They proved that they were the best team. Hey, get down from there. Get down. You're not supposed to be up on that furniture. Sorry, my dog's up. Look it down. Come on, get down. Thank you. They proved that they were the best team in the country. LSU, I'm a big LSU fan. I put a future on them. They can't pitch. Will they make Omaha? Yes. LSU will make Omaha. But they can't pitch. And I think that'll be proven detrimental in their future. But hey, if you're into baseball and you're missing it, please watch college baseball. It's literally how Admiral Doubleday freaking dreamt of baseball back in the day. It's great. It's a lot of fun. But it sucks. It sucks. I miss Major League Baseball. I miss the Tigers. And I hate that Ilitch is one of the owners that is holding this up. It just sucks. Because I'm living here in Phoenix, and it's like, hey, yeah, you move to Phoenix. We can go to training. We can go to training camp. We can go to spring training. It's be great. Just sucks. Just sucks. All right, I can't be thinking negative vibes. All right, let's move on. NBA. If you're in Phoenix, let me tell you something. These Suns are great, and I'm starting to watch it more now that the football is over. And the Suns are really good. No Chris Paul, no Booker, and they still are 2-0. I think they lost to the Bucks today. I think I saw them losing to the Bucks, but they were up for a long time. But the Suns are great, so I'm feeling pretty positive. If I had to pick an NBA Finals right now, I'd probably be Bucks Suns. I know as cliche as that sounds, but I'd probably pick those two. And then the Pistons. I think the Pistons are clearly the best bad team. They're clearly the best bad team in the NBA. I don't understand what's happened in the second half. I don't want them to be good. I want them to get Jaden Ivey. I want them to get Paolo Banchero. I want them not to get Chet, but I want them to get Smith from Auburn. But they're clearly the best bad team in the country, in the world. Country. I'm thinking about college basketball. They're clearly really good at being bad. No, they're bad. They're bad at being bad, and they're good at being. They're not tanking right, is what I'm trying to say. They're the best bad team in the NBA, clearly. And speaking about bad teams, Red Wings. Granted, they played the Lightning and the Panthers this week, and it was pretty tough to win both. But you got boat raced by the Panthers, and it's tough to do back-to-back against two Stanley Cup-like teams. But that sucks. That sucks. I'm done. I'm done thinking that they're going to be a playoff team. I'm done. I've quit. The Red Wings are not a playoff team, and that's okay. That's fine. By the way, all right, final thoughts. I can't stop looking at myself. I think I look fire. If you're listening to this on the podcast, please watch it on YouTube. I've got the pool behind me. Not a cloud in the sky. I'm going to tilt the camera up. Not a cloud in the sky. This is my backyard. I'm feeling really good. It's beautiful here in Phoenix. I love it. I wish we had spring training. Beautiful day. Thank you for listening to the podcast. God bless. Go to Detroit Sports. And let's have the best birthday week in the whole entire world. Yeah, okay. I said it. It's my birthday week. I'm turned 27. And some of you are probably learning to this moment that I'm actually not 18. But look, I'm turning 27. Let's have a birthday week, huh? If you want to send me something, slide in my DMs. It's my birthday, okay? You can send me anything. Send me something from my office, and I'll shout you out, okay? It's my birthday week. Let's have a birthday week. God bless.